Hello, this is Chris Gardner again, and in this video I wanted to address another really common question that we get asked, and that's to do with business risk. Now, in this context, I'm not talking about all the risks in a business. I'm talking specifically about the risks or guarantees that you can make to help a customer make a buying decision. Because if you think about it, every single transaction that we undertake incurs an element of risk. And the question is then, who's the person who bears the risk? Who's the one who carries that? So, for example, if you're buying a particular product, you run the risk that that product either doesn't work or it's not good enough quality to do the job, or simply that you can't get it to do the job and it's going to be a wasted purchase, right? There's always a risk involved. If that decision to buy was backed up with a guarantee that said, hey, if it doesn't work, we'll take it back or we'll refund you the money, doesn't it give you more confidence to go ahead and make that purchase? Doesn't it make that decision so much easier? So let's think about that and talk through some of the examples of the guarantees that you could offer and that are commonly offered. The most obvious one is a straight money back guarantee. This one is if you think in retail in the UK, M&S in the UK, they built up a huge and loyal customer base, largely on the back of the knowledge that people had that if I bought this item of clothing and it didn't fit or I didn't like it once I got it home, I could bring it back and be offered and I'd get my money back, no problem, as long as I had the receipt, right? And because they honoured that, then people were much more confident to go into M&S and without trying something on, they'd say, a piece of clothing, they'd say, yeah, okay, I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to buy it. Because if it doesn't fit or if I don't like it, then I can always bring it back. So by reducing the risk and saying, no, if you don't like it, we'll give money back, of course it hugely increases the likelihood that more customers are going to buy. Now, I understand in many businesses that people are concerned that, well, if I offer a guarantee, aren't people going to take advantage of that guarantee? And of course, to some extent, that some people will. But all of the research and all of the evidence demonstrates really clearly that if you can put some kind of risk or guarantee within your offer, there are many, many more people who are now going to buy from you who otherwise wouldn't, than the number of people who are going to take advantage of you. So commercially, it's highly likely to be advantageous. You're going to gain a lot more than you risk. But you don't need to just go gung-ho into it. Of course, you can test it within your business. You could try it for a month. You could try it for a particular sector of your customer base and so on, and see what the take-up rate is on the or the return rate, if you like. So the money-back guarantee is one of those classic examples. Now you could do that by saying, look, unconditional, just keep the product, or you've had the service, and if you didn't get the benefits, money back. That's very powerful. There could be you can think about the time scale that guarantee is valid for. So you see commonly, try it for 7 days or try it for 30 days, and if you don't like it, have the refund. That could be, instead of 30 days, it could be 3 months or 1 year. Interestingly, what the research shows is that the longer the guarantee, there is not you don't get people taking up that guarantee the longer it goes. So you're not risking more. In practice, you're not risking more. If you offered, say, a 7-day guarantee, then people are more thinking, well, I've got 7 days to try it out, and there's a greater chance that they'll take it up. If you offer a 30-day or even a 12-month money-back guarantee, there's the psychology is that the customer is more relaxed about it, so they'll take it, they'll try it, and yes, some later will say, actually, no, it's not for me. But the more the guarantee, the stronger the guarantee, the longer the guarantee, the more upside there is in sales. In most situations, I dare say there are exceptions, which is why it's worth testing. All right. So those are sort of money-back guarantees. What else could you offer by ways of guarantees? Well, you could offer, for example, if you're a consultant who will give advice to someone and they want to get a result, can you guarantee the result? Right? Would you give the money back if they didn't get their results? Well, that's difficult for a consultant because it's down to the client to implement and take the advice in order to get the results, and then a consultant will be relying on the client having the skill to implement that advice and get the benefit, right? So I can understand why a consultant might be reluctant to say, if you don't get these results, then you get money back. But what you could say is, there's a couple of examples. You could say, if you don't, then a portion of, if you implement this and don't get the results, then we'll refund half the money, or we'll refund 20% or something like that. So there's a partial refund, if you like, which will reduce the risk. There's an alternative, which is to say, well, if you implement this and you don't get the results, we're guaranteeing you'll get the results. So what we're prepared to do is work with you for free and guide you through it until you do get the results. Or we're prepared to work for you for another month for free and then help you get closer to those results. So you're putting more of yourself behind your guarantee. There's lots. So I hope you get the idea. There's lots of ways of creating guarantees, but the point is that if you do, you're reducing the risk that the customer or the client has to bear. And if you can do that, they're much more likely to take a risk and to go ahead and purchase from you, and therefore your sales will increase, reducing the barrier to people making a decision to buy from you. I hope that makes sense. I hope that's opened your mind to some new ideas, and you can implement some of those into your business by testing first. And I look forward to seeing you again in another video very soon.